Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are receiving news that the Busia senator at the very controversial Okiya mutata was attacked today by goons. And I want us to put it just straight how the papers are reporting it. They're saying goons attack Senator Okiya Omtatah while heading home. Busia Senator Okiya Omtatah on Friday, March 22nd, survived another attack on his life after armed goons trailed him shortly after leaving Busia Law Court. Okiya revealed that a car was trailing him as he was heading home. Moments later, the car passed him and the youth stepped out. Omtatah indicated that his vehicle was pelted with stones as he ordered his driver to speed off. The senator pointed out that he took refuge at Busia Agricultural Training College, which is heavily guarded by administration police. Quoting him verbatim, "My driver was able to speed off and enter the Busia Agricultural Training College, which is under AP guard, so I took refuge there. The police arrived and escorted me from the college. I was not injured. They only damaged the vehicle, a Probox car which has a strong body, and I incurred minor dents. The stones did not hit the windows." And this is what he says further, that I was working, yes, I was attacked by goons, but I was not injured. There was a case I had sued the governor and ordered him to give me information on county operations, including the expenditures, bank accounts, and things I needed for my oversight work. I have written a total of 12 letters. He's responded to none. So I decided to go to court to compel him to give me the information. Omtatah noted that the youth had orchestrated the plan and aimed at carrying out a malicious plan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is coming only a month after Okiya survived another attempt when people thought it was an attempt on his life, when it was reported that a driver of a trailer lost control and that trailer hit his Probox car. Of course, there was a lot of debate about the type of car that he's using, but that is what Okiya Omtatah has chosen. Now, he has indicated very clearly that he went to court, and this time round is not housing levy. This time round, Okiya Omtatah as a senator has got an oversight role. We have always stated here, and it is in the constitution, that the role of any member of parliament, whether the National Assembly or the Senate, has got three roles: representation, he represents his people; oversight; and legislative. So on this one, I think Okiya Omtatah was playing his oversight role, and he had written over 12 letters to the governor of Busia, and he had compelled the governor to avail bank accounts and expenditures, because I think he's following on how money is being used in Busia County. So he's saying that after that, now, because the governor did not respond to the 12 letters that he wrote, so he went to court so that the court could compel the governor to avail the documents to help him in oversight. We don't want to speculate, but Okiya Omtatah is one person who is fighting very many wars. He's got several enemies, and he's at the center of trying to fight corruption, to help Kenyans retrieve their money and to prevent any kind of corrupt dealings. He had confronted William Ruto on the housing levy, and I think he either promised to go to court or he has gone after the president signed the housing levy into law. So he's a man who you'd never know who had orchestrated this. If you ask many, they will tell you it could be William Ruto. Why? William Ruto had warned this nation that whoever is trying to sabotage his agenda, and one of the pet projects, agendas that Ruto has was the housing levy, because he had promised that he would create jobs to hustlers, and he has maintained that account. So one would say that by going to court again, he could be a thorn in the flesh to William Ruto. And of course, yesterday or a day before yesterday, William Ruto had indicated that they have reached a convergent point with the judiciary, so that they work on this housing levy, something that the president of the judiciary, Madam Martha Koome, refuted. But many feel that as Ruto reports it, so it is, that they have a working plan, so whoever is going to court is but wasting time. The other school of thought would believe that since this was in a Busia court, and he was trying to exercise his oversight in Busia as something that is pertinent to the Busia county, then Governor Otuoma could also be responsible. These are only speculations, because no one can attach Governor Otuoma to this. He will sue you because you cannot prove it. You cannot even attach Ruto to it. He will sue you because there is no direct link. It is only that it can be speculated that if he wanted to oversight the governor, for the governor to avail, documents that will help Okiya Mutata to understand how the finances have been used, then you could point a finger. But as I said, you cannot prove this. The governor will sue you. I want to say this: Omtatah must henceforth be very careful, because corruption bites. Corruption is being led by cartels. It's not one person. And when they realize that you are going to nail them, they will bite back. You can be maimed, you can lose your life. Over the years, people who have been trying to fight for the downtrodden, for the weak, for those people who cannot speak for themselves, have always met, all this cause by their life. Dr. Martin Luther King's, I don't know that was in the 80s or 70s, I stand corrected, while he was fighting for the equality of the Negroes, the black Americans, he later paid by his life. You could talk of Malcolm X, you could talk of Tom Mboya in our country, and of course we'll say that it was succession politics and all that. But people have been trying to fight for the weak and fighting corruption have always met it very roughly. So Okiya Mutata must be very careful, because he's an enemy of the corrupt, an enemy of despots. He should be very much careful. And the question I want to ask you, what do you think would have happened if he didn't branch very fast into which institution was that? Agricultural Corporation, which was it? The Agricultural Training College. What if it wasn't very near, and he was to move and the goons were following him? Maybe it would have been a different case now. You never know these people, because according to the report, the youths were armed. Fortunately for him, there was no traffic jam, and so the driver sped off. But what would have happened? That is the question that you should ask yourself. And I think moving forward, I don't know, Okiya should now minimize his movement and he must try to camouflage now. He must invest in security, because if he's not careful, we don't want to lose Okiya Mutata now, because the kind of courage that he has. Okiya has always gone to court. Remember, he's not even a lawyer, but he understands law. He has always gone to confront the government of the day. He's now confronting the governor. Whenever something is wrong, Whenever something goes against the constitution, he will always be there. And the good thing, he warns you. He warned the President Ruto that if you go ahead with the housing levy, I'll take you to court. He went. I think he's soon going. I'm not sure that he has gone. So Okiya should be very careful. And we must condemn this kind of attacks. We should not be attacking people. Let the governor avail the documents that will help Omtatah in oversight, because I know we have an able governor there, Otuma, and he understands that as a governor, he's subject to scrutiny from the public, and Okiya Mutata is representing the public. Both of them were elected by wananchi, and the resources must be used properly. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to condemn this. I don't know what to think, but that is my take.